Today we'll hear from the honourable members for the districts of Ferryland, Mount Pearl-Southlands, Torngat Mountains, Placentia West-Bellevue, Harbour Grace Portagrave, and Virginia Waters-Pleasantville and Corner Brook, the last two of which will need to confirm they have leave. The honourable member for Ferryland.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise today in this honourable House to recognise and congratulate a constituent of mine, Tracy Aspel-Cody. Tracy was awarded the Hockey NL Executive of the Year Award on Saturday, June 8, 2019. Tracy is the mother of 3 children who are all very involved in sports. In 2010, she became a member of the Southern Shore Minor Hockey Association. Tracy has held different positions over the past 9 years on the Southern Shore Minor Hockey Association and currently holds the position of president since 2017. Tracy is involved in other organisations such as the Dan Johnson Hockey League, the Interlocking House League, the Female Under-12 Metro League, and NL AAA Hockey League. Based on Tracy's contribution and dedication to hockey, I could not think of someone more deserving of this award. Tracy has dedicated so many volunteer hours to the sport of hockey in the region and is a great asset to the success of hockey in the district of Ferryland. Mr. Speaker, I ask all members in the House to join me in congratulating Tracy on the Hockey NL Executive of the Year Award. Thank you.
Thank you. The honourable member for the district of Mount Pearl-Southlands.
Mr. Speaker, the 2019 Mount Pearl Focus on Youth Awards was a tremendous success and highlighted the great talent, athleticism and intellectual ability possessed by some very amazing youth in my community. These individuals included Mount Pearl Female Youth of the Year and STEM Award winner Sarah Kennedy, Male Youth of the Year Cameron Kinsella, Youth Volunteer of the Year Claire Osmond, Male Youth Athlete of the Year Max Taverner, Female Youth Athlete of the Year Kate Sullivan, Youth Team of the Year St. Peter's Junior High Grade 9 Boys Volleyball Team, RNC Youth and Service Award winner Michael Chislett, Youth Group of the Year Mount Pearl Senior High 2017-2018 Student Council, Performing Arts Award winner Grace Nolan, Visual Arts Award winner Megan Fitzgerald, Literary Arts Award winner Lily Purchard, Official of the Year Renee Quick, Adult Volunteer Working with Youth Award winner Mary Ann Hounsell, and Adult Volunteer Working with Youth in Sport Award winner Trevor Budgell. There was also Performing Arts Recognition Awards presented to the cast of Footloose the Musical from O'Donnell High, the O'Donnell High School Jazz Band, and the cast, crew and band of Happy Days the Musical. I ask all members of this honourable House to join me in congratulating these amazing individuals. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. The honourable member for the district of Torngat Mountains.
I rise today to pay tribute to the McCovic Volunteer Ground Search and Rescue Team. On May 1st, an aircraft crashed in bad weather approximately 75 kilometres southeast of McCovic. There were 2 military aircraft in the area, but blizzard-like conditions prevented the rescue crews from accessing the crash site. A team of 9 rescuers on snowmobile conducted the search. As the team approached the site, they left their snowmobiles and climbed. Nearing the plane, they actually had to crawl the steep slope, protecting themselves from the wind and blowing snow. Sam Rutherford was seriously injured with 6 broken ribs, a shattered and compressed sternum, and unfortunately the second person, Alan Simpson, had succumbed to his injuries. I talked with a rescuer who told me that they took great comfort in being able to rescue Rutherford, and bringing back Mr. Simpson was good to allow the family closure in his passing. So please applaud the heroic efforts of Henry Broomfield, Earl Anderson, Perry Dyson, Rex Voisey, Andy Guy Voisey, Perry Voisey, Robert Gear, Ron Martin, Marv Clark, and also longtime Ground Search and Rescue Team member and Rescue Coordinator Barry Anderson.
Thank you. And the honourable member for the district of Placentia West-Bellevue.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise here today among such wonderful colleagues to speak of a great woman. She's been among us for the past year or so, and I feel it's a great honour to tell you of her most recent accomplishments. Miss Alden Spencer is from the great district of Placentia West, Bellevue, and she is one of the House's pages. Miss Spencer is a well-rounded individual, as her 4-page resume will tell you. Her community involvements are vast and range from being a Sea Cadet to a dancer to a brand ambassador to a blood donor. Most recently, Mr. Speaker, She has just convocated from Memorial University with honors and Bachelor of Arts, majoring in political science and minoring in history. She has been awarded the highest award offered by the University of New Brunswick School of Law, the Lord Beaverbrook Scholarship. It is the faculty's most prestigious award, and recipients are chosen from those with high qualities suggesting attainment of distinction in the legal profession. They are at the top of their undergraduate program with solid LSAT scores. Mr. Speaker, Ms. Alden Spencer is an extraordinary woman. I ask that the members of this great House rise to join me in wishing Ms. Spencer congratulations on her achievements and wish her much success in her future endeavors. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Well done. The honourable member for Harbour Grace, Portagrave.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, there's rarely a dull moment for the volunteer firefighters and first responders throughout the district of Harbour Grace, Portagrave. A waterfall swimming hole in Spaniards Bay, known as the Gorge, was the location of some intense moments yesterday evening. A group of young teenagers hiked to the falls, but before long, a 13-year-old boy fell and sustained significant damage to his leg. The kids knew they would need help getting their friend out of the woods in order to receive medical attention. A call was made to the ambulance, the RCMP, and to the Volunteer Fire Department of Spaniards Bay, Tilton. Before the firefighters could reach the boy, they also had to hike through the steep wooded area. First aid was needed, and it was determined that even more assistance would be required. The Avalon North Wolverine Search and Rescue were also on hand, but given the steep wooded terrain, it took a search and rescue helicopter stationed out of Gander to maneuver above the gorge and to rappel the young man up. He was then airlifted to the Janeway Hospital, where he received treatment. Mr. Speaker, I would like to thank the volunteer firefighters of Spaniards Bay, Tilton, and all first responders for their outstanding dedication and professional service. Thank you.
And the honourable member for Virginia Waters-Pleasantville, who needs to seek leave first.
I'd like to seek leave to make a member statement.
Please proceed.
Perfect. Mr. Speaker, I'm very excited to stand in this honourable House to recognise the fantastic accomplishment of one of my constituents, Mr. Alex Newhook. An alumnus of Vanier Elementary, Alex left home at 14 to attend boarding school to develop his hockey skills against higher levels of competition. The dedication and commitment to his craft allowed him to be named the MVP for the Canadian Junior Hockey League. Being named the best player out of some 2,000 players from 10 different junior leagues is quite an accomplishment. This season, Alex led the BC Hockey League with 102 points. He has also represented Canada at the World Junior Under-18 Hockey Championships and was their leading point getter. This past Friday, Alex was selected 16th overall in the first round of the 2019 NHL entry draft by the Colorado Avalanche, the first Newfoundlander and Labradorian to be drafted in the first round since the great Danny Cleary in 1997. I know all of my constituents in Virginia Waters-Pleasantville will join me in congratulating the Newhook family, Sean, Paula, Abby, and Alex. This is a testament to the passion and commitment that the entire family has made to help Alex achieve this significant accomplishment. I ask all honourable members to join me in congratulating Alex and his entire family and wish him the best in all his future endeavours. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. The honourable member for the District of Corner Brook, who also needs to seek leave.
Mr. Speaker, under two very different circumstances, today I recognize two incredible individuals. First, and with great regret, I must inform the House of the passing of a member of the Order of Newfoundland and Labrador, a musician, musical educator, community leader, and treasured adopted son of Corner Brook. On Monday, Mr. Speaker, Gary Graham succumbed to cancer. Recognition of his accomplishments ranged from an honorary doctorate from Memorial University, the Order of Newfoundland and Labrador, and the personal satisfaction of a message inscribed on a handwritten thank you card from one of his students who went on to perform on one of the continent's most prestigious symphonies and attend one of the continent's most prestigious music schools. Dr. G's blindingly beautiful legacy will shine as brightly as his musical talent. On a happier occasion, Mr. Speaker, this Saturday, family and friends gathered for the 100th birthday celebration of World War II veteran, community pioneer, and a great man, Robert Grant of Corner Brook. Mr. Grant served in the 166 Newfoundland Field Regiment, taking him into active duty in North Africa and in Italy. Today, an active member of Branch 13 of the Royal Canadian Legion, he resides at the Veterans Pavilion of Western Memorial Regional Hospital, pleasantly keeping the nurses in attendance on top of their game. With the energy of a 22-year-old still sharply dressed and with full medal decorations on display, he represents Corner Brook's wonderful past, present, and future. Mr. Speaker, I ask all honourable members to rise and join with me in celebrating one life cut too short and another who thankfully continues to bless us. Happy 100th birthday to Robert Grant of Corner Brook. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.